Welcome. Let's take a look at our top story. China has reacted to Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's speech in Ladakh, which called out China's expansionist policies. Without taking names, Prime Minister Modi had said that the era of expansionism was over and the world had decided to act against expansionist ideology. Reacting to Indian Prime Minister's remarks, Beijing has said that it is baseless to view China as expansionist. Beijing backed its argument by saying that China had demarcated its borders with 12 out of 14 of its neighbours through peaceful negotiations. Now, WION's principal diplomatic correspondent, Sadan Sybil, is live with us for more on this. Good afternoon to Sadan. China has reacted to Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's speech in Ladakh. What is the latest that you have for us?
Well, Alison, this is for the second time that China has reacted. First time we know it was during the daily briefing, but that was a reaction that was not very direct reaction. This time around, the press officer of the Chinese mission here in Delhi has reacted, saying that China does not have any expansionist policy, also highlighting how China has made sure that its border dispute with other neighbors has been resolved. But the big question is, the Indian Prime Minister never directly mentioned China during his hard-hitting speech in Ladakh. But still, China chose to react. Clearly, Pinocchio's nose is growing long with each passing day. Someone is caught red-handed, and that is why we have seen this reaction coming. But if there are facts on the ground, they prove otherwise. We know that how China has been involved in its expansionist policies in South China Sea, in other areas with which it borders, whether it is with Taiwan, whether it is with Japan, Vietnam. South China Sea, of course, is something that has been an international issue for a long time now. And of course, even with the Central Asian countries, there are issues, and we know how the propaganda machinery is working in China. But by and large, if we look at how China has been acting in past perhaps a decade or so, it has been a rising power. But now it seems it has become an aggressive power amidst the COVID crisis. COVID, whose origin lies in China. We know the first case came from China, and since then it has spread across the world, and that has been a major issue. But amidst this growing and big crisis, China chose to be aggressive territorially, and it has been causing problem with its neighbors. In fact, one thing I can tell you, that India has briefed several countries now on the Chinese aggressiveness. These are like more than 5 countries: Japan, US, Russia, France, Germany. And of course, we know that today the Japanese envoy reacted. The Japanese envoy commented, saying that there should not be any unilateral change on the ground, on the position. And this is something that echoes the line of New Delhi, because remember that New Delhi, after the 15th of June, development had clearly said that China tried to unilaterally change the situation on the ground by not following the consensus that came after the military talks on 6th of June.
Sadan, thank you for that update. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has launched a scathing attack against China while addressing Indian security forces.